Suffolk Pod Show is produced and managed by podtalk.co.uk. I'm Mark Mason.
And I'm Susanna Hornby.
Episode 29. Susanna talks to Karine Canevet, Michelin Guide Sommelier of the Year and co-owner of the Maison Bl.
Welcome, Karine. It's lovely to have you with us here on the Suffolk Pod Show.
Thank you very much. It's lovely to be here.
Well, we're very excited, actually. We think, your restaurant is absolutely stunning, and you and your husband, Pascal, run Maison Bl in Bury St Edmunds.
Maison Bleue.
I can't wait to talk to you about it in infinite detail. But before we start on the restaurant, can we talk a little bit about you?
Yes, of course, yes. I was born in Brittany, so in France, in Brittany, in a small town which is called Douarnenez. It's not an easy one to say, but it's a beautiful fishing port. So if you think about Padstow in Cornwall, Douarnenez is quite similar in style. You've got very long beaches and the landscape is very wide. It's just really, really beautiful there. So that's where my family is. And that's where I met Pascal as well. So my family and his family live about 15 minutes apart from each other. So 15 minutes drive. So that's really nice. So that's where we both come from.
Okay. And you met, what age did you meet?
Oh, I was very young. I was 17 years old. I was doing my A-level. And Pascal was training as a chef at that time, so he was 18. So we met at a very, very young age. And it worked straight away.
Met and fell in love, and at some point decided to come over to Suffolk.
Yes, that's right. Well, not straight away. So what happened is that, I met Pascal, I was 17 years old. I was doing my A-level, and Pascal was doing his training as a chef. He passed his degrees, and he decided to go and live in Switzerland. So he left me on my own, sadly. So I was very, very upset with him. But his family, his parents just thought that it was great for him to get some experience in another country as a chef. So they really insisted that he needed to travel and see something different. So because I was still carrying on my studies, he went to live in Switzerland for nearly 2 years, and I was at university at the time. So, and then afterwards, when he decided to come back, I decided that I wanted to come to UK. So, we were apart for quite a few months, and then we both came to UK together.
And whereabouts in the UK did you first settle?
Okay, we started in Ipswich. Have you heard of a restaurant called Il Punto? It used to be called Il Punto. Now it's called Mariners. It's on a boat. And so my studies had nothing to do with catering. I was studying business related to foreign languages in university. But obviously when Pascal came back from Switzerland, we wanted to be together because we had been apart for a little while. So we wanted to be together. So we got this job as a chef de partie to start with in this restaurant in Ipswich. And I just thought, well, all I really want is to learn English and to be able to speak English properly. So I'm sure I can work in a restaurant too and just, improve my English. And then I'll go back to France and carry on my studies. And so we both started in that restaurant. Pascal actually became second chef and then head chef within a year. And I fell in love with the catering industry as well. So I never went back to my studies in France. I just carried on, working in the restaurant and enjoying it very much.
And learning English is the best way to learn, isn't it?
Well.
Right there in the midst of it all. Yeah.
Yes, it is. It is definitely. And you get to meet so many different people as well, with different backgrounds. And it's working in a restaurant, you're never bored. Every day is a different day, and there is so much to learn as well. So I found it very, very interesting from day one. And I just loved the connection with the others, with the customers and meeting so many different people. I just loved it straight away.
At some point, you and Pascal made the decision to buy your own restaurant.
Yeah, well, when we arrived in Ipswich, so this restaurant was owned by a French couple who had another restaurant in a village outside Ipswich. And so we worked for them for, I think, 4 years in Ipswich. And then they decided to open a restaurant in Bury St Edmunds, and they asked us to run it for them. So we were 23 and 24 at the time. So that's when we started at Maison Bleue. So we both started as manager and head chef. And we did that for many years. And then we became partners in the business. And in 2011, we actually bought the shares out of our partner. And that's just Pascal and me now. For the last 10 years, it's been just the two of us.
That's quite a story. That's brilliant.
Well, it's, we fell in love with Bury St Edmunds as well. It's a beautiful town. There is it's still a market town. Although it's getting bigger and bigger, you still have that market atmosphere and people care for each other. And it's really, the people from Bury St Edmunds were very, very welcoming straight away. And we made so many friends over the years here that we really feel at home here. For the first 10 years, we had our family asking us, so when are you going to come back? When are you going to? And we said, we don't know. And then eventually they understood that we will probably never go back. So they don't ask a question anymore.
We hope you never go back, quite frankly. We wouldn't do without your beautiful restaurant. Can we talk a bit about it now? Because I think if you could start off by painting the picture of actually what it looks like to start with, and then take us through the food and the service, front of house. Off you go. Yes.
Well, I think the best way to describe Maison Bleue would be, when you look at it, you've got the colors are very subtle, kind of light grey. We've got beautiful art on the walls as well. We've got tablecloths on the table. So it's quite a smart looking restaurant, but approachable. It's not, we're not too snotty, if that makes any sense to you. It's just we want it to look classy, but we don't want people to feel afraid of coming in. So the front of house team is, we have a lovely team. They're all French, apart from Amy, who is British, and she lives in Bury St Edmunds as well, and she's a lovely, lovely girl. But yes, we want our team to be very welcoming. And we want people to feel at ease in the restaurant, but still providing them with a great service and great food, which I hope is what we are doing.
Yeah, well, you certainly are. Just going on to the food, French modern.
Yes, I would say yes. That's the best way to describe what we do. Pascal has an approach to food where he was trained by some great French chef in France, obviously, but so he's got all the basis of French cuisine. But obviously nowadays the cuisine is different from what it was 20 years ago. So we don't use as much cream or butter, for example, than we used to. Even sugar in our desserts, we have reduced the level of sugars that we put in our desserts so much over the last 20 years. So it's more light in flavor, and the style is quite modern. We always try to work on new dishes with great flavors, where the flavors and obviously the provenance of the ingredients is really, really important to us. So that's what we want to carry on doing every day. We wake up in the morning and we always talk about the restaurant, and we always think, okay, what are we going to do today to make it better? Or we always try to improve things all the time. So we've got I think we've got also great plates, or a nice way of the presentation to us is important, as well as the flavors. Obviously the flavors and the taste of the food is the most important thing, but I think presentation is important too. So we try to achieve to improve our standards all the time.
The menu is stunning, and I think there is I'm going to say something for every taste and palate. And I have eaten there, but it was a while ago, maybe about 4 or 5 years ago.
Yes.
Delicious.
Oh, great.
And I think French modern, you could sort of say, is that nouvelle cuisine? It certainly is not. It is proper sized portions. It's beautiful food, stunning fish, shellfish, all sorts of meats, and vegetarian.
Yes, we definitely do not believe in, having tiny portions on your plate. No. It's but at the same time, we don't want people to feel, like they've overeaten and they can't move anymore, and they feel like not comfortable. So it's finding the right balance between all of that. I think we found it now. I think we are quite happy with what we are doing at the moment. For the last 3 to 4 years, we've been obviously there is always a way to improve things and to make it even better. So we always go that way. But I'm pleased when you say that. Yes, it's nothing like nouvelle cuisine.
No, and I think that's worth saying. The provenance of your food you mentioned about a few minutes ago. Where do you source most of your produce from?
Well, we do source our produce as locally as possible. So, for example, we worked with a farm which is called Shimpling Park Farm outside Bury St Edmunds, which we get our lamb from them. We get our pork from Dingledale Farm, which is not far away either, on the way to Woodbridge. We work with a local supplier of potatoes, the Suffolk potatoes, from Hall Farm. That's 5 minutes drive out of Bury St Edmunds. We use Norfolk quail as well. So we do use local suppliers as much as we can. The only thing that I would say we are not using from UK is a cheese. Because we are a French restaurant, we tend to have a French cheese board. So we do get our cheese from France because, there are many, many restaurants who serve British cheeses. So because we're a French restaurant, we think, that we should have a French plateau de fromage. Yeah. So which is what we're doing. So we've got about 30 different cheeses on our cheese trolley every day.
I know, I've seen it. It's an incredible
which is really lovely.
Feast for the eyes.
I do miss that a lot as well, actually, just preparing the cheese plates to the customers. And that's what's been difficult as well during, obviously, the last 12 months. We've been closed, open. So, but whenever we've been able to reopen, things have been so different that before we took our customers to the cheese trolley, we explained the cheese to them, but we couldn't do that, for the last 12 months. So I do miss that part as well when we are interacting with the customers around food and all that. Things that we've been, obviously, it hasn't been possible to do for the last 12 months. So I'm just looking forward to going back to that type of, interaction again.
No, I know. I mean, when you live with it every day, it's an extraordinary feeling of being so disconnected as well with your clients. It's horrible.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. But, we're getting there. It's getting better. So I'm sure, there is a light at the end of the tunnel, like we say. But we're nearly there. We're nearly there.
Your staff, you mentioned that most of them were French. Are they with you at the moment then, or are they over in France?
No. They all stayed here, which has been actually, that's what really worried me to start with. We've got 3 flats above the restaurant, which is, I've got 5 people living there. And so the others live in town. But they've all decided to stay in UK. They didn't want to travel at all. But I've got some young people, in their early 20s, and they haven't been to France since January last year. So they do miss their family a lot. Obviously, we do miss our family a lot as well. So I just can't wait to be able to actually just go and see the family, really, because it's been a long time now. For them so too. For them, for them it's been, but they're very good friends. They do a lot of cooking. They're all very, very sporty. So they go running every day, all of them now. So I'm the only one who do not do anything. So I'm always pretending, that I'm too busy. I can't go. But they all, they're planning to do some semi-marathon and all that sort of thing as soon as they can. And I'm like, really?
Yeah.
So they're all they're fantastic. They've been fantastic all over. Through it.
Oh, we'll have to go and watch them. Vive la France, I think.
Yes. Well, Pascal did twice. He did the London Marathon, actually, last year. Not last year, 2 years ago. And so no, they're very, very sporty. And good for them.
And they all have particular roles in the restaurant, or do they share tables, covers?
It's a little bit of both. We normally have 2 person working because the restaurant, you've got a front room and then you've got a back room. So I usually have 2 members of the team working in the front room. I've got a barman, and then we've got 2 other members of teams working in the back room. And in the kitchen, obviously, we have chefs who have different positions in the brigade. But front of house, they work together as a team.
Yeah.
And obviously, because Pascal is a chef in the kitchen and I'm front of house as well, the front of house team has to get on well with the kitchen team as well. There's no fighting there because, obviously it would be quite hard otherwise as a couple to survive. So we have to find a way to work together, and I think we're a good team.
Yeah.
So we all support each other. The kitchen team is very aware of the pressure that front of house people, do live on a day-to-day basis. It's quite full on when you work in a restaurant as front of house, and we understand each other.
That sounds teamwork, isn't it? Basically, it cannot work without that. Now, Pascal,
no, you can't.
You just can't. Pascal is a super chef, quite frankly. What's he been doing whilst I know you've been doing some takeaway, of course.
Yes, well, that's been quite interesting, actually. When we first went into lockdown, so it was just before Mother's Day weekend, so that's a year ago now. And so we decided a Mother's Day takeaway last year. So we did it within 3 or 4 days. We organized it and it was done. And then we decided to do it in April and May. We did that as well. And during lockdown, obviously, Pascal and I had more time to spend at home, to think and to sit down and to think about the future and where we wanted to be and what we wanted to do. And we came out with another idea. It's a sort of takeaway that we do, but they're more actually like dishes that are prepared here on the premises by our chefs that are served in glass jars.
Okay.
And all you have to do is to reheat the main courses and maybe some of the starters, depending what it is. And you can use either the oven or the microwave. It's only 2 minutes in the microwave, and you actually eat out of the jars. So there's no plating involved whatsoever. And we just thought that could work. So we started it in October last year, and it's been a real success, actually. So that's what we are doing now every day.
Brilliant. So what can I get? What sort of things are you providing?
Okay, so that's more like traditional French cuisine. So not as sophisticated as what we do when the restaurant is open, what Maison Bl is. So we called it, the brand is called Léa. That's after Pascal's mother. She's named Léa. And we have things like pork and pigeon pâté. We have some tuna niçoise salad. We have some beef bourguignon as a main course. We've got some smoked haddock and black tiger prawns with pillow rice and a lovely sauce that goes with it. Cod and tarragon. We've got another dish which is chicken and chestnut with onions. And desserts, we've got something like we've done some crème brûlée. We've got riz au lait. We've got a really, really nice chocolate mousse with salted butter caramel on top. And that's delicious. That's really, really delicious. So people come to the restaurant and they just choose whatever they like. You don't have to have the 3 courses. You could have just a chocolate mousse if you feel like having a chocolate mousse tonight while you watch the TV, So you can just pick and mix out of the selection and just have whatever you like.
How delicious.
So we've been doing that, and it's been really, really, really good for us as well. Totally different type of business altogether, but we had a great response to it.
I bet.
So we sold many of it for Mothering Sunday last week. So that was really, really good as well. So we sell a lot of pots.
Wow. Now, I'm not going to go too much into wine, but you have just won.
No, you can.
Okay, then.
It's not what I am just all about. So yes.
Congratulations, Karin, on winning the Michelin Award for the Sommelier of the Year. I mean, wow, you must be over the moon.
Yes, it came as a great surprise. But it's really fantastic to that the Michelin Guide actually recognize the work that there is behind a wine list. I wouldn't say that I'm not I do look after the wine list and I do the tasting, but I'm not on my own. Pascal is there as well. We've got our manager, Marie, who does the tasting with us as well. So it's a teamwork. So what I would say is that, I mean, this prize, it's my name which is on it. It's really thanks to the whole team, front of house teams, that we did get that. So yes, we were really, really, really pleased. But yes, a bit surprised in a nice way. But no, it's been great. It's been really good. And we had a lot of people who sent us emails, a card to say, how to congratulate us. It's been really good. It's been a really good thing.
Your wine list is awesome. I should use a more professional word, but that it is absolutely wonderful. I mean, most of the wines are French.
I would say about 50% of the wine list is French, and the other 50% are from everywhere else. So the New World as well as the Old World. It's not just French. Being a French restaurant, we tend to sell a lot of French wines, but there are so many fantastic wines from all, other countries and France. So we are trying to get our customers to actually taste something which is not necessarily from France, just to discover something a little bit different. But yes, we do have, about 50% is French, I would say.
Okay. And I'm going to ask you, what's your favourite wine?
Okay. After what I've just said, I'm going to say it's a French Burgundy.
Of course you are.
And I shouldn't say that. I'm really sorry. But yes, I know I shouldn't. But yes, I do love French Burgundy white wine. But then red wine, I would probably go for Barolo or Chianti. I do like full-bodied red wine as well, like the one we can find in Italy or in the Barossa Valley in Australia. So yeah, quite a full-bodied, a bit spicy wine. But it depends on the occasion as well.
Of course.
It really depends on the occasion. And some days you're going to enjoy a wine and the following day you will taste it and you won't enjoy it as much as the day before. So it depends what you eat with it as well. But yes, if I had to choose, my favorite is probably a Meursault. I do love Meursault. But made in the old-fashioned way, so quite buttery. Yes.
Sounds delicious. And champagne, do you work with individual champagne houses?
We do not work directly with the houses in France or anywhere else. We do use wine suppliers in UK, with whom over the years we've built a fantastic relationship. So we work with 7 different wine suppliers. Most of them are local as well, and so we have great relationship with them, and they do know what we want and they will try to source it for us. Yeah, champagne, we've got the big name, obviously, but we also have some champagne which are not as well known. Obviously, we do have some Laurent Perrier, we do have some Veuve Clicquot. We've got also name which, we've got some Cru, we've got some Dom Pérignon as well. But we've got also some Furdina. We've got some wines champagne which are not very well known in this country. And we're going to increase that as well. And we're actually, obviously, we've tasted some beautiful champagne from, well, I shouldn't call them champagne, sparkling wine, but I don't like the word either, from UK, which we're going to introduce on our wine list when we reopen as well.
Fantastic.
So yes, really, really nice.
I was going to ask you, is it going to be more difficult for you now that we've left the EU for importing wine, or do you see that as, do you not see that being a problem?
It's not going to be more difficult. It's going to be more expensive.
Yeah.
But it's not going to be more difficult. No. From what we have been told, I think January was a little bit tricky for people to import things from EU to UK, but it looks like things are getting better now. I did actually call my cheese suppliers the other day to double check, we're planning to reopen in May. Can we still have our French cheeses? And I know she said they haven't had any problem at all.
Wow.
So no, it's not it doesn't seem to be as difficult as everybody is saying. So no, I think it'll be fine.
Great. Okay, well, that's good news. Can I go back to talking about awards again? Because you've won so many. I think we need to just talk about a few more. I mean, I'm looking here, Worldwide Luxury Restaurant Award. You've won 10 awards in Suffolk, of course. Traveller's Choice. Yes. Well, which award means the most to you?
All right. It depends on a business point of view. And I do know that if I just think about the business itself, I would probably say that the Traveller's Choice Awards from TripAdvisor put Maison Bleue on the map because we were voted on 5 occasions now, 5 years. So we had, I think it was 2012, 2013, 2014, 2019 and 2020 as well. We had it. So we've been nominated in the best 10 restaurants in UK by TripAdvisor. And so what we like about that, also TripAdvisor, it's quite controversial. But there are some people who are actually writing reviews. And so customers who come here and they feel that, they had a great meal, they want people to know about it. So they put a review on TripAdvisor. And that's really quite nice because it's a people choice, if that makes any sense. It's
absolutely.
It's not a guide that comes to your restaurant and decide on one meal or on 1 or 2 visits that, you deserve this or you don't deserve this. It's people choices. And whenever we are awarded a prize, which is based on customers' review and customers' point of view, that's really important to us.
Yeah.
That does mean a lot to us. So that's one. The other one, which is really important, and that's more on a personal point of view, was in 2019, Pascal was named the best restaurant chef of the year by the Craft Guild of Chefs. So that was in 2019. And I was really, really delighted with that. We were absolutely thrilled with it because it's a great recognition from chefs. So it's all the work that he's been doing during all those years and what he does here and the way he runs his business, the dishes that he prepares. And I've been, it's all been recognized by other chefs, which to him meant everything.
Yeah.
Everything. That was so important to him. So so that's the two. On a business point of view, I would say something like TripAdvisor really, put your restaurant on the map. Personal one, I would say the Craft Guild for Pascal was amazing. Yeah. Obviously, the Michelin this year is just, fantastic as well.
Yeah, fully deserved, Karine and Pascal. Amazing, absolutely amazing, both of you. When are you going to open? On May the 17th, would that be? Or around that date?
Yes, we're reopening on the Tuesday, so that's the 18th of May that we're reopening. Maison Bl closed on Sundays and Mondays, so we're still going to carry on that. So we'll be opening on the Tuesday. And we just can't wait to reopen again.
No, we can't wait either.
It's really strange. To be honest, having the restaurant empty, it's so sad. And it's just, I just want to have that nice atmosphere, the busy atmosphere again, that nice feel of people, just to hear people laughing in the restaurant. It's so important. So yes, it's 18th of May. We have lots of people booking already. The bookings are going really, really, really crazy. So that's really good. So we know we're going to be busy when we reopen. And it's such a nice feeling as well to know that, I think we're fully booked nearly most of the first week and the following one as well. So it's just, an amazing feeling just Fantastic. To know that, after all those months of closure, people are still waiting and they're coming. Yes, they're going to use their local restaurant again. And I'm so pleased for that.
No, it's just wonderful. Have you, not that you need to, because as your restaurant is perfect as it is, but have you made any little changes for when you reopen?
We haven't actually. We've decided to carry on what we are doing because it's been working for us really well. As I said, obviously there are little things that are probably going to change, but we're changing a few things on the wine list. So obviously the dishes are going to be all different when we reopen as well. But no, we're going to carry on what people come for. They love Maison Bleue as it is. And we're going to change that. We still want to carry on doing a fine dining restaurant, but with a welcoming atmosphere and people, our team, I don't want, what we don't like in restaurants is that when you go to a restaurant and the team is not talking to you, they just carry plates, put the plate on the table and they go. We don't like that sort of thing. So we just want people our customers to feel that we look after them and that they feel comfortable here. So yeah, I think we achieved that now. So we are going to carry on that way.
Brilliant. And I think, if I may add, your prices are really accessible for many, actually. You're not London prices, are you?
No, we're not. No, we're not London prices. I think we offer, I wouldn't say that we are cheap. I don't think we are cheap. I think we offer value for money. So I think that's what we do. I think we offer value for money. And we have two different prices regarding the menus. Lunchtime, we've got one which is £28. The other one is £55. So you can choose from the more accessible in price menu. And then the other one, the quality of the food and the presentation will be just the same in both menus. It might just be a different, the ingredients might be, slightly different. Like maybe in the £55 menu, you'll have lobster that you won't have in the £28 menu, that sort of thing. But at the end of the day, we want our customers to leave the place feeling happy, with a smile on their face and to feel that they have had a great meal and great value for money. So I think we achieved that. We're going to carry on that way.
Absolutely. But I mean, you have a la carte too, obviously. You can eat whatever you like when you come to your restaurant.
Yes, you can. Although what we do is that we've got, we now only do 3 courses. So you have to, you have to have 3 courses, so starter, main course, dessert. But you can choose from 2 different menus. They both have choices.
Right, lovely. Yes. Okay, I just wanted
to... the a la carte would be the most expensive one, I suppose. But still, it's not crazy price.
No, of course not. Now, how do we book with you, Karine?
Okay, so at the moment, I would recommend to book online. We've got an online reservation system, which is obviously open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We are here doing the Lea takeaway from Tuesday to Saturday from 10 o'clock in the morning till about 5 o'clock, 5:30 in the evening. So you can also phone to make a reservation, or if you have any question, just give us a call. We are just there to answer any questions you have. Yeah, we could either phone or book online.
Lovely. And what's your website address?
It's www.Maison Bleue, so that's maisonblue.co.uk.
Super.
And then you click on reservation and you have the calendar coming there and you can just book there.
As a final thought, can I buy a voucher from you? Say I wanted to buy someone a gift of going...
Yes.
Yes, okay.
Please do. Yes. Yes, you can buy a voucher. And again, you can do that all from our website. I mean, if you live in Bury St Edmunds or in the area and you need for tomorrow, for example, you're very welcome to come to the restaurant, on the days that we are here at the moment and buy a voucher. We'll be more than happy to do one for you. Or you can just do it online as well. If you go on our website, you can purchase a voucher there and you can have it sent to your friend or to whoever you want to buy the voucher to. You can have it texted or emailed. So, and that's within an hour. You can have it in your mailbox if you need it quickly.
Wonderful. Sounds wonderful. Karine, thank you so much for spending some time with us. It's been really interesting talking to you.
Well, thank you very much for having me. It's been really a real pleasure to talk to you too. I just would like to add, maybe before I go, I just wanted to say a massive thank you to all our customers and all the people from Bury St Edmunds. They have been fantastic support to us over the last 12 months. And I think please do come and visit Bury St Edmunds because there is such a fantastic variety of independent shops and restaurants and cafe culture in Bury St Edmunds that it's the most fantastic town to come and stay. So I'm sure the businesses in Bury St Edmunds are going to be thriving again when the lockdown is finished. And it's a great feeling. So thank you for all the support that we got.
Well, I don't think I can add anything to that. That was wonderful. Okay, Karine, good luck to you and to Pascal, and we look forward to seeing you when you open.
Thank you.
Bye. Thanks for listening to the Suffolk Pod Show. Find us on Facebook, Twitter or Instagram, or you can visit our website, podtalk.co.uk. And here's our disclaimer.
The Suffolk Pod Show will not be held responsible for any omissions or errors in its podcast.
The Suffolk Pod Show is produced purely for entertainment purposes. Views and opinions are that of our own or that of our guests.